What's up, Epic 7? Tristenwulf here, and it is time for Hall of Trials. Sorry I left you guys hanging last week. It was a crazy week. New computer setup so far. Knock on wood, everything's going smooth, and I'll try not to let it happen again. Now, Hall of Trials, like always, is centered around convincing you to pull on the new unit, being a showcase for the new unit, and it's pretty clear that the requirements for Rampaging Abyssal Yufine this time around are leaning heavily towards the new Sealed Eye Surin unit, who will be coming out here in a few days. So we're going to hold off on doing the high score video until Sealed Eye Surin is out and we see how good she performs. But in the meantime, for those of you who just want to get this stuff over and done with, get your Dagger Sakar score banged out, get your Triple S score, get your ranking done, and you want to do it on auto, here is your full auto with a little bit of tweaking team. This is the team I'm going to run. Now, if you don't have, for whatever reason, Mascot Hazel, go get Mascot Hazel. What are you waiting for? Go get this unit. She's easy to get. Everybody's got her. It just takes a few minutes to bang out her specialty change, but you can use Acades, regular fire Acades in her place, but you're going to need to manual it so that she doesn't get out of sequence. We can't use any warriors or mages, so Sylvan Sage Vivian is out. We're going to bring Fenris in, being one of the highest damage S1 skills out there. You can literally use any non-warrior, non-mage unit in this spot who's got really good damage on his S1 skill. Surin is going to be our replacement for Sealed Eye Surin. Surin lets us push phase super easy on auto, and of course, our girl Sigrid. That's right, race car Sigrid is going to be great for super extra damage. How do we build these? Well, first things first, you want to go with a pretty fast Sigrid, but you want to give her enough bulk to stay alive. Since we're not worried about effectiveness so much here, I'm gonna slide over and change her from an effectiveness main ring to an HP main ring, just to give her a little bit more bulk so she can survive. So that's how I'm building. Just it doesn't really matter how much speed you put on her, as long as she is one of the fastest units on your team. And as for an artifact, she is not so much the one doing damage as she is the one enabling the other units to do damage. So let's give her an artifact that enables the rest of the team to do some damage and, you know, maybe makes her a little bit faster. You know what I'm talking about, right? Everybody's got one. Warhorn. Okay. So this is our, oh, and also if you have the imprints, turn them off. Let the rest of your team hit harder. You don't need the effectiveness for this fight. So there we go. This is my Swift Flagbearer Sigrid. Next unit on the team is going to be Mascot Hazel. Now, Mascot Hazel, we want her to be wicked fast. This is not fast enough. I do like Queen's Whistle on her. If you don't have Queen's Whistle, then just use Card of Small Miracles or Super Duper Water Gun Shooter, something again to help give attack to the rest of the team. And if you're having trouble staying alive, you can also give her a heal boosting, heal amplifying artifact. But we need to make this girl fast, like giga fast, keep everyone alive. So let's just go into manage equipment, recommended equipment, recommend. We'll turn off resist set. We don't need resistance. We don't need that much health. We don't need defense. Boom. Banging awesome. We're just going to run this build. 20k health, 287 speed. I'd like a little more speed, but the health looks sexy to me. So there we go. This is our Mascot Hazel. Again, imprint, let the rest of the team do extra damage. Now we've got our two main DPS units. First, we're going to go with Fenris. Fenris is going to be probably our principal DPS unit. And you know what? Our Fenrir looks pretty good here. So let's just give him a good solid damage artifact. You know what? Let's just give him the Hall of Trials artifact. Where is that bad boy? There we go. Cruel Mischief. You don't have Cruel Mischief, then Dux Noctis or any other, you know, Symbol of Unity, whatever. Just something to give him extra damage. And last is going to be Surin. Surin definitely needs some gear. You know what? She is still a damage deal. She can still bring some damage. I'm going to leave her imprint on like this so that we can have speed for the front and back units, our fastest units. Let's just give Surin as much damage as possible. Let's give her a destruction set. A lot of people think about Torrent, but Torrent doesn't stack well in Hall of Trials. You can almost always get more juice from the squeeze using crit set in Hall of Trials. And let's see, attack all the way up, speed all the way down. Don't need this, don't need this, don't need this. Damage all the way up, don't need effectiveness. Boom. Okay, this is pretty sexy, but that's too low health. I think she'll pop like a zit. So let's just give her a little bit of health. You know what? That's perfect. Look at that. 95% crit chance, though. We can address that 95% crit chance with a simple artifact change. If you were here for it and you've got Frantic Flight plus 10% crit chance, that takes care of that. If you don't have Frantic Flight, just give her, some other artifact that helps boost damage and make sure you cap out her crit chance. Or try it at 95. What's the worst that'll happen? You'll miss a crit. We're going for full auto. We're not going for the highest score possible. All right, in the fight we go. All right, guys, everybody's skills are off. At the start of the fight, turn everybody's skills off except for Hazel. We want to leave Hazel's skills on so we can stay healthy. Now, what we're going to be watching is this Maniac Trauma counter at the top. When this gets down to 0, it's going to turn into a skill null, and that's where we need to drop debuffs. So see, it just went from 3 to 2. Once it gets to 0 and it transforms into a skill null, we're going to turn Surin's skills on so she can push the break phase for us. It's as simple as that. So everybody's skills remain off. We watch the counter. Down to 1. The next time Yufine goes, it's going to turn into skill null and we'll be ready to push the phase. Chop, chop. There we go. It's skill null, so we turn Surin's skills on. Surin will use her skill, push the break phase, turn Surin's skills off. Now, at any point in time, you can turn on Sigrid's skills here and exit the phase with a pretty high score. But if you really want to try to min-max it, maybe get yourself around 50-60% on that HP bar. Don't get too greedy. Once you get around that point, you can turn Sigrid's skills on, and that way you can kind of min-max the points, right? So Sigrid's going to do her big effect here. S3 away. Got one more hit, 91%. Now she does her thing, and we push out of the break phase. Pretty efficient run there. Pow, 11 and almost 12 million points. Everybody's skills go back off again, except for Hazel. We need Hazel to heal us, and we're just going to do the whole rotation again. Now, if you just run it where you turn Sigrid's skills on as soon as you get into the break phase, you'll probably exit with about 5 or 6 million points. It's still more than enough to get your triple S plus, but if you want to try to, inch a little bit higher score, that's a way to do it. We're down to 1 or 2 turns left. Chop, chop, pop. You see why we wanted extra health on our mascot Hazel. She took some hits there. Heal up, 1 turn left. Now, I know it says that Mascot Hazel's heals are based a lot on attack. It's not that big of a deal. Oops, skills on. So don't worry about stacking attack to make her heal super, super good. Just make sure she can survive and keep the team healthy. Sigrid should be going Surin should be going any minute now to push the phase. Surin, any day now. There we go, into the break phase. Okay, Surin's skills are off, and we're just racking up some points. Around the 50-60% mark, I'm going to turn Sigrid's skills on so we can exit the phase with a pretty high score. So, 50% mark, so I'm going to go ahead and turn Sigrid's skills on here just to be safe. 65, Sigrid does her action. Hopefully I didn't get too greedy there. I think we're okay. Pop, 78. Yeah, we were fine. 78, and then everybody does their attacks, and we'll exit the phase with 26.5 million points. Okay, once again for the final run, everybody's skills are off except for Hazel's, and we just go on full auto. We watch the manic trauma timer up here. When it turns to skill null, we turn Surin's skills back on. Scream, burning. Heal us up there, Hazel. Thank you kindly. Now, Hazel's getting a little threadbare. It's actually kind of okay if Hazel dies. We don't really need her inside the break phase, so don't sweat it too much if your Hazel takes a dirt nap here. Let's see. Yufine is... Oh, well, we got the heal off. Yufine's going to scream. I'm going to turn on Surin. Surin is going to use her skill, pushing the break phase. Once we leave skills on for right now. And we're going to watch that timer. 13%, 26%, 39, 52. It's close enough, close enough. I'm pushing the button, guys. I'm pushing the button at 52%. Let's give Sigrid a chance to take us out of this. I maybe could have gone 1 additional round, maybe squeezed out 1 or 2 million extra points, but I did not want to risk it, guys. So we're going to go pop, pop, pop. There you go. 43.9 million points. It's not going to be a top 10 score by any stretch, but it was as full auto as it gets. And that's more than enough to get your Dagger Sakar banged out and to get you your maximum rewards from Holo Trials this week. This weekend we'll do a video with Sealed Eyes Surin showing a team to get you. Oh my god, it was almost a top 10 score. Are you kidding me on full auto? That's wild. When Sealed Eyes Surin comes out though, the scores I'm sure are going to be much different. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, Epic 7.